The Construction Industry Development Board, in partnership with the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, has launched the nationwide Contractor Outreach and Development Programme. This transformative initiative kicks off in Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal and is aimed at empowering emerging contractors across South Africa's construction sector. CIDB CEO is Bongani Dladla and joins us now for more on this. Mr. Dladla, thank you so much for your time on the program. So why is this program considered critical for driving economic growth and transformation in South Africa?
Yes, thank you very much. The construction industry is quite important for our economic growth as a country, because we need to ensure that all the construction projects that we do are done in an efficient way. And in preparation for that, especially when we're looking at the President's commitments to turning South Africa to a construction site, we need to ensure that emerging contractors can benefit from that opportunity. So that's why the program is timely and is important for the country and for the industry.
And just how will we measure the success of this project?
The most important part is to ensuring that we can align opportunities in these large infrastructure projects with the readiness of our construction company, especially the emerging sector. So that's the first measure of success. The second part is to ensure that when we execute those projects, these construction companies can deliver more efficiently and more effectively by combining the skills that they would have learned with the new construction initial contractor development frameworks, and then also the funding support that is much needed for our contractors when we can increase that, including the participation of all infrastructure clients in supporting these emerging contractors using best practices that the CIDB has put out. So those would be the key measures of success of this particular initiative, because it brings in learnings from even past contractor development programs, looking at how we can increase even the throughput rates, the success rate of these particular construction companies that we are focusing on.
And just in what way or how will this help build a stronger and more inclusive construction sector? Because you'd hear so many conversations around people who are willing and able and want to go into the construction sector will come and tell you that there's too much red tape, hence this poses somewhat of a stumbling block for them to get into the sector.
Yes, it's an important one. You hear the conversations and the discussions and proposals that are also being brought by contractors, is looking at how do we ensure the ease of doing business, including the use of technology, because we've come far as a CIDB, but we need to translate that to the rest of the sector around how to do electronic tendering and other things. The second aspect is that we are accelerating the impact of the BUILD program, which focuses on enterprise and skills development. And a lot of these trainings come for free to our contractors. We just require the commitment and they sign up. And the last aspect of this is that it also brings in infrastructure clients, the ones that hold the project. Today in Pietermaritzburg, we had almost all the large infrastructure projects and clients that are operating in the region, to indicating to where the opportunities are, when they are coming out, and how they can best participate. So we are combining both the theoretical training and also the opportunities so that our contractors can get hands-on experience and become more economically active in the projects that are really changing the construction industry and the economy of our country.
And here's the thing, whether one is listening on conversations at a particular summit, the one thing that continues to, the one term that continues to re-emerge is when we hear of public-private partnerships. Just how do they factor in all of this, and how do they ensure that such projects and initiatives actually move smoothly?
Yes, the infrastructure gap in the country is quite wide. Hence, as government, we are also relying on public-private partnerships where there is a business case for the private sector to participate. What we are doing with this particular project and also this particular program is that even in those public-private partnerships, when the private sector is undertaking the construction work, the facilities management aspect, we consider the genuine transformation of the industry, including changing the supply chain to ensure that there is a participation of local businesses, those that are women-owned, those that are youth-owned, so that we can also deal with inclusive development and also the unintended consequences of having big business participate on their own in these particular communities, because it has many other unintended consequences like site invasions and others where there is no genuine inclusive development of the industry.
And just a quick one before I let you go, what opportunities or benefits can emerging contractors expect to gain from participating in this program?
Including the master classes that are led by experts in the field that will cater for small businesses, medium businesses, and large businesses. There's also a serious discussion of the National Construction Book in terms of the large projects that are in the country. And you will get to interact with infrastructure clients in your region that have the largest project and that are committed to contractor development program. Today we had the likes of Sandral, PRASA, Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, Umgeni Uthukela Water, Transnet, and many others, where they are remaining in the venues to discuss these opportunities and how contractors can best access those opportunities in their regions.
Right, CIDB CEO is Bongani Dladla. Thanks very much for your time on the program.